Hello, friends, and welcome back to what will be the conclusion to the remake of King's Quest II. So, we actually start off with pretty much the exact same situation that we had in the original, with the exception being that, if I remember correctly, the original really is just kind of random chance. You have to fish a few times, and then eventually you'll succeed. This time around, we have to wait until we see the fish, which we will shortly. There we go. And then cast our net. From there, things will proceed similarly.
You retrieve the empty net. You don't seem to be able to catch.
I have failed. Let's see if I got him that time. Maybe I just thought it was timing, but in reality, it's
the empty net. You don't seem to be able to catch anything at the moment.
Perhaps it was always skill, and I'm just not very good. Oop, that was swing and a miss.
You retrieve.
There we go. That took long enough.
You cast the net into the tranquil sea. Upon retrieving it, you see that you have caught a large golden fish. It falls from the net and flops helplessly on the beach.
After our 47th attempt, so we'll just pick it up.
You grab the flopping fish. Its mouth is wide open and its gills are extended. With great difficulty, you hold the fish as it twists and turns in your hands.
And as if we were not the one who actually just ripped it out of the sea, we'll toss it back in and be a big hero.
You toss the fish back into the tranquil sea.
Thank you for not killing me. For your kindness, I will gladly take you across to the other side of this vast sea.
Seems questionable to trust it after what we just did, but we will.
You carefully lower yourself down the steep embankment and slide onto the fish's scaly back. You hold on tight as the fish swims far out to sea. You slide off the fish's back and clamber onto the sandy shore of a surreal little island.
Alright, so we can walk a little loop around the island here. There's not too much going on, really. Come over. You step into this water pretty much at all, you will drown. We don't want to go swimming right now. See this little island over here, but can't get to it, obviously. Oops. And if we continue down here, you could easily miss it, but there's a slight difference in the color palette here. And if we walk onto this area of the sand, some words will appear. And if you remember the book that we read last time in the library, it told us we should potentially trust instructions written in the sand. So let's see what they say.
Some writing has appeared in the sand. It reads,
"It would appear that you, my dear, are here indeed to help me. Walk to this sand and place your hand upon these words, and you'll see."
Place our hand on the words. All right, let's try it.
You place your palm upon the words in the sand.
Cool. Well, you seem to have been teleported.
You notice some more writing in the sand near the portal. It reads,
"You may return, but pause to learn a way to flee this cursed place. My end draws near, so hurry, dear, and come swift to me in haste."
Alright, so we could just proceed now, but it seems there's something else we should do first. Now I see this little guy lying on the ground, so let's grab that.
You pick up the beautiful stone of quartz.
Okay. And then there's another area over here that looks like it's going to reveal some information to us. Let's see what that says.
3 symbols are depicted in the sand. Perhaps each one represents an action that must be performed in order to establish an escape route from this strange place.
Alright, so we have this little guy here, and then a water droplet and something, water being dropped onto what appear to be lines in the sand. Now, for the most part, I like this. It's a pretty straightforward puzzle, but the one issue is it's kind of hard to tell exactly what that picture is, especially if you're not being exceptionally observant. But if you look up here, you see these coconuts in the tree, and so we climb up, grab them.
You remove an ample-sized coconut from the bunch growing in the treetop.
Come back down. And then if we open that bad boy up,
using the sharp blade of your sword, you slice the coconut clean in half.
fill it with some water.
You
Carefully.
fill the half coconut with briny water from the magenta sea.
And then pour it on these words.
Some writing has appeared in the sand where the symbols used to be. It reads,
Well done, my dear. You've come so near. A king's quest is soon to end. But if now you go, alone you'd know, our broken path would ne'er mend.
Suddenly the sand begins swirling again. In place of the poem appears yet another portal.
Aha, so it seems we have an exit, but perhaps we shouldn't use it just yet, as we seem to be missing someone. Alright, now there's just a couple of squares we haven't seen yet over here, and then of course this tower in the center. And as we approach the door, it'll finally be time
The door is locked.
to take a look at something that we got a long while ago and really have never paid any attention to.
The thick door is fashioned from a wood unknown to you.
I think I need to get out of the way. There we go. So we see this big ring on the outside. Whew.
A disc-like indentation has been carved into the door. It appears as if something is supposed to be placed there.
Disc-like. Almost like this gold disc that we got. Now we got this from the kind of black robe that Hagatha had in her little cave. Let's take a look.
This odd circular device intrigues you. It depicts several different symbols around its outer rim. The sun, a mountain range, a drop of water, and a cloud.
Now let's take that and place it in the disc-like indentation.
The circular gold object fits perfectly into the door's outer rim.
But we still have a gap in the center.
The center of the door is hollow, about the size of a small stone.
And we just got ourselves a stone. Which will function as a
As
doorknob.
you place the quartz stone into the shallow hole, you hear it lock into place.
Or at least it will if we can
Suddenly,
figure out
the
the answer to this
statues
little
rumble
puzzle
to
here.
life.
The truth you will find from one such as I, for the other can only be lying. These words will provide you the means to get by. My companions, though, shall see dying.
Alright, so this is kind of one of those classic, one of them tells the truth, one of them tells a lie. So one of them will guide you properly, and one of them won't. Let's start by talking to the left lion.
If you were to ask my companion if he knows the way through this door, he would answer, no.
And then he
The
gives us
first gave
instructions.
birth to all life. The second allows it to thrive. The third sustains all that wander it. The fourth will once a day hide.
And that's obviously referring to these four symbols. So he said that if you ask this guy if he knows the way through, he will say no.
If you were to ask my companion if he knows the way through this door, he would answer, yes. The first carries all manner of weather. The second gives cause to be burned. The third is shallow, as it can be deep. The force to bear fruit must be turned.
All right, so you have to determine based off of the first sentence each one says which one can be trusted and which one can't. And then, kind of confusingly, I think the second sentence that they say isn't really a lie. It is the correct path if they, are the right one to be listening to, which gets a little more convoluted than I think is ideal. But ultimately, what this lion said, that if you ask this one if he knows the way, he would answer no, tells us that if this one's the truth teller, then what it thinks, the answer it gives us is wrong. Alternatively, if this one is the liar, then the path it tells us is correct. And then ultimately this guy says that the lion over here would say that yes, it knows the answer. But in reality, this one is lying. And if you were to ask the left lion if he knows the answer, he would say, no, I don't. And his answer is wrong. And if we put it in, I think we get sucked into a hole or something. So let's listen again to the actual second half of what this lion says, as that is the path we want to follow.
If you were to... The first carries all manner of weather. The second gives cause to be burned. The third is shallow, as it can be deep. The fourth to bear fruit must be turned.
All right, so carries all manner of weather. So that will be the cloud, and then gives cause to be burned will be the sun. I actually forget what this one was, but water is going to be the third one. And then in order to bear fruit, you must turn the earth, and that's this guy here. Let's see how that goes. Haha, we're in. Cool. All right. I would say there have been better versions of that type of puzzle, but it was kind of a cool, fun, unique way to do it with dueling kind of hidden paths. Now, the lion here, obviously we have the ham that we could give it, but that will actually limit us and will not be as good a solution as, again, using our disenchanting stone.
Distancing yourself from the lion as much as possible, you hold the emerald in such a way that the window's light passes through it and shines directly onto his tail. Instantly, something begins to happen.
Personally, I would have preferred it if you gave it the ham to calm it down and then disenchanted it, but
I cannot tell you how much I appreciate what you just did for me.
You are welcome. Who are you?
At one time, I was Agatha's suitor, when we were both much younger. Believe it or not, she was quite attractive in her day. But during the course of our relationship, I fell in love with another woman. In a jealous rage, Agatha transformed me into a lion to guard this door for the rest of my life. I have seen, or rather heard, many a pretty damsel spend the last of her days inside that room. Incidentally, I presume you have found the exit from this strange island?
Yes, but...
Then I shall bid you farewell. It is awfully drafty in here. Strange, I didn't notice that when I was covered in cat hair.
Speaking of which, luckily his hair was grown long enough to keep him covered. We do want to grab this lion hair here.
You scoop the tuft of orange fur into your hand.
If you give the lion the ham, then you can still get some fur from it. I think it still just drops off, but you can't disenchant it afterwards, unfortunately.
You lift the heavy wooden beam that holds the doors in place.
And there she is. Let's go wake up, hopefully, our future bride.
Unfortunately, it only seems like a fairy tale. The maiden doesn't respond to your kiss. Her sleep appears to be somewhat deeper than usual. You suspect a magical influence.
Well, what we need to use should be fairly obvious. We got our gem, and disenchant her.
As you hold the emerald over the girl, you realize that the light from the window does not penetrate this part of the room.
Well, perhaps we can redirect the light with this mirror, broken though it may be. And now we can try again.
The current alignment of the mirror prevents the outside light from reflecting off it and illuminating this part of the room.
Well, perhaps just a small adjustment. There we go.
You hold the emerald between the ray of light and the sleeping maiden. At first, nothing happens. Then she stirs. The radiant light streams through the emerald and dispels the sleeping enchantment instantly.
Hello, Graham.
Hello. I think you have me at a disadvantage, my lady.
Oh, of course. My name is Valenice. I've been watching you.
Watching me? But how?
In my sleep, from the moment you arrived in Kalima.
The lines in the sand. Those were your words?
This is a strange place, filled with much strong magic. Once you arrived, I discovered a way to communicate to you from my sleep. I hope you found my words to be of some aid.
Indeed I did, my lady. My heart was warmed greatly when you expressed your longing to see me.
I have come to learn a great deal about you, Graham, of your nobility and bravery. I know why you came here, and how truly deep your feelings are for me. I want you to know that I have come to feel the same way for you.
Something about the way she looks at you speaks 1,000 words. She loves you, Graham. She really loves you.
We can try and talk to her more.
Were you listening? She says she feels the same way. How about some reciprocation?
I don't think words are what she's looking for.
Even if this is a dream, this moment could not be better.
Now, isn't this nice? What a pretty pair. I hope you're enjoying each other's company, since you won't be doing a great deal else for much longer.
The door! Why, you...
Which?
I'm sure it would have rhymed.
Silence. I will not be so spoken to by the likes of you.
Why do you despise her? What has Valenice ever done to you?
She has the attention of men all over the land. Attention that once had all been mine. I won't allow her to take it away from me.
Well,
I think you should just allow the two of us to go.
And why would I want to do that?
We would leave your realm together, never to return. Then you would have all the attention you could ever want again.
Nice try, my pretty fly. But you are caught in my web now. And besides, the father would not want you returning and interrupting his search.
The father? Is he one of your male admirers?
You think that the father is one of my admirers? You silly boy. How naive you are not to even realize that the man in charge of your own army is the man who wishes you destroyed.
Well then. Now, we can try and chat with her like we've done before.
There's no time for that. Do something while you still have a chance.
But she's not really interested in anything we have to say. The one thing that we know Haggith is interested in is kind of doing what the father orders and her youth potion. So, we could give that to her, and she will grow beautiful, I guess, again. And certainly young. But then she has what she wants from us, and still is going to want to do what the father said. But as we learned from the last book there in the library, animal fur can have some interesting side effects when added to potions. So let's put the lion fur in here.
You push the tuft of cat fur into the vial. It quickly dissolves into the blue liquid.
And offer this to her. See what happens.
I have something that might interest you. A youth potion. Brewed from a nightingale, no less.
You have it? Well, don't just stand there, you foolish boy. Give it to me. Yes. Yes.
Goofy little toss.
Is it? I thought I'd never see it again. At last, I have the finished youth potion in my hands. Look at me. I am so beautiful. No, what have you done to me?
Just giving you a taste of your own medicine.
How could you? I'll never be able to show my face anywhere.
Speaking of which, she feels the need to
And I have fleas.
take a good close look at herself. We can take advantage of that. Maybe.
How bad is it? Let me see. My eyes.
Well done, Graham.
Agatha's body is nowhere to be seen. I wonder where she went.
How odd.
Well, now she actually does want to talk.
Yes,
I beg your pardon?
you were trying to think of the best way to ask me to marry you. As I said, I have seen you in my dreams ever since you arrived in Kalima, and I have come to feel for you the way I know you feel about me. So the answer to your question is yes.
But I haven't asked you yet.
There is a far better question you could ask, such as, where shall we be wed? In your kingdom or mine?
Yours. There is something I must attend to in Daventry that may ruin the occasion otherwise.
Whatever you decide, my dear.
You manage to break open the door. The two of you venture to the smaller island, where the portal still swirls expectantly. As you step through it, you find yourself wondering where it will teleport you.
We seem to be in Agatha's cave.
How did we end up here?
I've no idea.
Hang on one second. Sorry, I'll do something quickly. Now, what we're going to do is take a look at this globe here.
A glass dome, semi-spherical in shape, sits on the table. It reminds you of a shakeable snow dome toy that you once owned as a child.
Good to know that snow globes exist in this universe. Now, let's actually pick it up.
Inquisitively, you pick up the glass dome to inspect it more closely.
Which also got us the last points we needed for a perfect score.
Within the dome's wall of glass is contained the entire island realm, quartz tower and all.
All right.
Why ever would you want to take that?
This item denied you of your freedom. It is only right that you may do as you please with it. Or you could accept it as a wedding gift.
Valanice takes the dome from your hand.
I shall keep it as a reminder that, regardless of what transpires from this point on, I have experienced worse.
And now, what I believe is the last input of the game. Actually, let's see if she has anything to say.
Graham, I don't like this place. Let's leave.
Fair. We could also take a look at her kind of viewing crystal ball here.
It is a crystal ball, fairly standard equipment for those of the magical persuasion.
Graham, maybe he wants it?
Unfortunately, you are not versed in the skills for operating one of these.
I guess not. But yes, what I think is the last command of the game. We will walk out of the cave and then, luckily, survive.
As you exit the cave, you notice that it is night already. Also, the two of you seem to have some company.
Beautiful night, yes?
Yes, certainly. To what do we owe the, pleasure of your visit?
Why, King Graham, surely you do not still think of me as the enemy? If I had wanted you destroyed, it would have been a simple enough thing to do. No, I have come only to ask a question of you, if I may.
Of course. And what would this question be?
I wish to know, have either of you ever seen a wedding ceremony performed and orchestrated by a highly experienced and rather exceptional mage?
Not really.
I cannot say that I...
Well then, prepare yourselves. I promise you both that this will be a night to remember.
Graham did say he wouldn't get married in the church here in Kalima. Now we have some interesting folks here. Some I can't really identify.
People of Kalima, it is my desire to be reinstated as your custodian and protector, if you will still have me.
The crowd is silent. Then a murmur. It grows until finally everybody cheers in agreement and support.
We have the gnome here, apparently is chained up.
Therefore, with the power and authority you have reinvested in me, I wish to conduct the ceremony of these two deserving people who have chosen to join together in marriage. Behold!
Countess is holding the gnome's manacled leash. Ooh, very nice. We have the swans with the no longer ugly duckling. I believe the old man there is supposed to be the kind of face in the clouds that we saw earlier, but now in slightly more human form, and that, of course, is King Neptune.
Graham of Daventry, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife, to love and to hold, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Lady Valenice, do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, to love and to hold, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you have a wedding band?
Yes, it is a gift from Anastasia's parents.
So Batman there next to the pumpkins and the librarian.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
And the boatman.
I think you know what comes next.
And of course the former lion. Not a bad group to have around.
The crowd's jubilance reaches a new height. The people of Kalima seem only too eager to rejoice in your newfound happiness.
I cannot thank you enough for your service to me in ensuring the safety of my family. Without the Brotherhood's moral decadence of old, the people of Kalima can finally move forward.
And I will not forget the chance you have given my husband and I to spend an eternity together.
Your kindness will always be remembered.
Your valor and bravery shall echo in the Mer people's songs for ages to come.
The legacy of your homeland lives on, due to your exemplary honor.
Now, King Graham, it is time for you to take your bride to her new home.
But my ship, my crew...
I have sent them home already. By now, they will have notified everyone of your imminent arrival.
Imminent arrival?
Trust me.
Cute little wink from the vampire.
Good luck, Graham.
I wish you all the best, both of you.
Give my regards to the father.
Sorry for speaking through Graham's whole wedding there. Just wanted to make sure we pointed everyone out. Now
As the vapor subsides, a deafening roar erupts from the audience. All have come to bear witness to your return and the coronation of your new bride.
Welcome back, Your Majesty. And may I say, never have I seen a more beautiful and stunning bride than the one you have returned with. I trust you found your journey through Kalima void of peril or incident.
Agatha told me of your treachery. Who are you? Why do you call yourself the Father? What are you searching for?
You need only know this. You would do best not to treat one like I in such a manner.
I must, with much regret, inform you all of a great treachery in our fair land. This man, he who has sworn loyalty to Daventry and its crown, is a traitor. He has conspired to have me slain away from home with the intention of pursuing his own insidious ambitions here. Guards, seize him!
You have made a terrible mistake, you know.
Guard, halt! Stand back!
Prepared to fight for your life, are you? And with an old fool's sword? Be warned. You do not know who you are facing. Your ignorance shall destroy you. On guard!
Get some still shots of this fight between Graham and the father. Interesting that he had such a very specific negative commentary on Graham's sword, the sword of the first king.
It is over.
I think not.
Thrice now I curse, and from the first, your family shall feel the worst. Soon shall you see they'll surely be in the most dire jeopardy. Then as your foe, 'tis I who will sow the spell to cause your heart to slow. And for my shame, for you the same, over Daventry your heirs shall reign.
So there we basically have at least portions of the plots of
Who
King's
was
Quest
that man?
3, 4,
I don't know,
6,
but I
and
will
7.
find out someday. I swear it.
Listen, we will deal with any curses as we find them, or as they find us. Come, you must show me around your kingdom. I wish to become accustomed with the realm in which we will be raising our children.
What about your coronation?
Later.
Yeah, Valenice is not exactly soft. There we have the end. Alright, so as the credits roll through here, we'll talk a little bit more about what happened and what was going on with the story here. So I think I said, back in the beginning when I did the intro, there's a degree to which I feel like maybe they did too much in terms of changing the story, depending on kind of where you stand in your perspective. But at the same time, I definitely think adding a lot of what was done was kind of very cool and obviously just the nature of a game from that time, the story's going to be pretty sparse, and even things as simple as, Valenice just in her dream state being aware of everything that Graham's doing, as opposed to just, he's some guy who shows up at a tower and she's like, well, yeah, he seems cool, I guess I'm marrying him now. Definitely adds to it. I'll let the song play out here.
Your heart could feel, it's empty.
So it won't be happening right away, but all characters perform their own stunts. At some point, I will certainly do kind of the other remakes here. I'll actually probably do the Quest for Glory 2 remake as well, but I'll do King's Quest 3 and 4 may well be coming out relatively soon, so we may get to that, but it won't be exceptionally soon. I have some other things that'll be coming out first, but it'll always be on the agenda, as well as a number of other kind of old Sierra titles that I've been wanting to get to. But there's just, so much to do in so little time. Either way, I think this is a, really great bit of work, and AGD Interactive obviously deserves a lot of credit for everything they've done. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and
congratulations,
hey.
You scored the full 185 points. Thanks for playing. We hope you enjoyed King's Quest II, Romancing the Stones.
I did. All right, well, I'll end things here, and until next time, see you.